Well, hello, friends. So tell me, do you like some piping hot tea? Do you enjoy it when it's spilled all over the floor? I'm more of a coffee drinker myself, and since it's a blazing hot summer right now, I'm only drinking my shit on ice. But yeah, for this video, it's time to boil this tea and ruffle some feathers again. Here we go! December 31st, 2017 should have marked the death of the tropical house EDM music trend. We're already 3 years into the songs of this genre, and I swear if I hear one more damn trap house song, I'm gonna... K-pop should adopt standard HR practices. You know, when you work for a company, you should really strive to get the satisfaction of your employees. Offer proper compensation and vacation. Hell, at this point, it might be better for the K-pop artists to band together and form a union for better treatment. It's humane and would result in longer-lasting groups in K-pop artists. Just saying. JYP should stop sleeping on Park Jimin. And no, I'm not referring to BTS's Jimin. I'm referring to the Park Jimin of 15 ampersand. Or 15 and, whatever the fuck you call it. The first winner of the K-pop star, who is arguably the best singer in all of JYP. Give her an album for Christ's sake.
JYP! Are you listening?
Hey!
I need to sing!
Why did you take my...
I'm a singer!
No, sorry. No, sorry.
So that's why I need an album!
No, sorry.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I need to release a song.
Okay.
At least a year.
All right, PD님.
Are you listening?
Okay.
I need a song.
Can you calm down?
Cut different camera, okay.
While we're on the subject of K-pop star, YG should stop sleeping on E-Hi, who is another one of the company's best singers. Girl has raw talent and needs that shit cultivated more. Cultivate! Harvest it, damn it! Tiara's scandal could have been handled way better. Tiara's label founder, Kim Kwang-soo, should have basically grown a pair and tried to present the opposing side of Tiara to prove that the scandal was all a lie. He single-handedly let the once huge K-pop girl group fall from grace and did nothing to salvage their tarnished reputation. T-ara was one of the biggest K-pop girl groups in 2012, and now the members have mostly gone their separate ways with a legacy that could have been so much more. Personally, I think the 6 members should all reunite and continue to take on China, because at least they're appreciated there, as well as us international fans. K-pop music shows should have never allowed YouTube views to account for music show wins. This change has resulted in K-pop fans to obsess over streaming and clicking a YouTube music video over and over to make sure their bias is the best. As someone who is a fan of underrated groups and Gen 2 groups, I can assure you that my precious time is not going to be spent logging into multiple accounts to get all those views for my bias to win a music show. Just because Infinite doesn't have 10 million or 100 million views for the music videos doesn't make them any less of an artist or one that isn't popular. Views are not everything, people. AOA should have sung Tiara's So Crazy. You ever listen to songs and think, man, this sounds so much like a blank song? For example, I always thought Tiara's So Crazy sounded like an AOA song. It honestly didn't feel like a T-ara song. It might be because it's a Brave Brothers song, the producer behind all of AOA's biggest hits. And I actually thought about making a video on this idea and how songs could have fit other artists. While I was making that list back in 2016, I believe, All K-Pop or Korea Boo, one of the two, wrote an article on this exact idea. And let me tell you, the comment section was nothing but filled with hate to the author. It's so disrespectful for you to write for something like that. How rude. My babies worked so hard on that track and they did a great job. Blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, never mind then. Whoever came up with the name, open parentheses G, close parentheses I, hyphen DLE, and thought that was a good idea deserves to be fired. I don't even know where to begin pronouncing this. It's too much to type into Google, and fans think so too, so I'm just gonna call them Girdle from now on. Boas Shattered should have been the title track over Kiss My Lips and Who Are You. As someone who's a huge fan of Boas, her 2015 title tracks were decent, but personally, I felt Shattered was the best song on the entire album. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. I even made a music video for that song, and All K-Pop shared it twice, discussing how great that song is. So yeah. YG should have never focused on CL to debut in the US. Instead, he should have used 21 as a group because that is way more unique to the Western market than songs like Dr. Pepper. Yes, I know that's not her song, but it's still garbage. When Gangnam Style hit it big in 2012, it was the perfect opportunity for 21 to ride the wave going on in the world and debut 21 in the West. English songs like Can't Nobody show that they have a sound and look to make it in an English debut. It was honestly a missed opportunity on YG's part to capitalize on the Gangnam Style success. Now with that, YG should have not fucked up 21. Minzy was easily the most talented and well-rounded one in that group, and you just let her go because you didn't appreciate her talent. What the hell happened to After School? Pledis seems to love messing up their groups, and they had something great with After School and their strong feminine concepts. It's been since 2013 since their last Korean comeback, and 2014 for Orange Caramel's comeback. What happened, Pledis? Why did you sleep on your own artist? K-pop companies should not ship their artists to Japan and leave them there for long periods of time. Rainbow and Boyfriend are great examples of this issue. Both groups really had something going for them in K-pop in the beginning of their K-pop careers, and then they went to Japan for a long period of time. Their hiatus from the Korean music industry ended up really damaging them. As more and more K-pop acts debuted and filled the void in their absence, both groups went long periods of time without having a Korean comeback in their critical first years. In the K-pop world, it's sad to say that if you're not an established group with a loyal fan base, a comeback after a long hiatus will not make the results be as kind. NCT should have never been a project group. Both Super Junior and EXO started out as project groups and units before SM realized that the groups were way more successful as one and stayed consistent in the name. With SM constantly adding new members to NCT and changing the group's name with each comeback, you're confusing the general public on who's who in each song. Stay consistent, build the NCT brand as one, and then branch them out into units. SM, I thought you already knew this. Pledis 101 groups should be more dynamic in their schedules and not be forced to disband after a year. I don't like how it forces the remaining members of the groups not in the Pledis 101 group to sit around and wait for the members to come back. Like 101's been promoting this long and has prevented from New East from promoting as 5 and will continue to stay that way until 101 disbands. It should instead be a group that continually reunites as like a subunit, like set aside a month like August every year to make a comeback. That way, everyone is happy. Hoya should have never left Infinite. That's it, that's all I have to say on that. AOA should have kept the band concept. Yes, I know they were much more successful with their sexy concepts, but as someone who still sees Get Out as AOA's best title track, I really thought the band concept they debuted with was something special and unique to K-pop. Especially the ideas of girls can rock it out too. I know it's a business thing, but it's something that they would have continued to really make AOA stand out amongst the girl groups of today. JYP and all companies should stop naming groups on the number of members. After 2PM lost J-Park in 2009 and Sunmi and Hyuna from the early days of Wonder Girls, I thought JYP would have realized that it's probably not the best idea to name a group based on the amount of members in the group. GOT7 luckily is still holding strong, but then there's Day 6, who should be called Day 5 now. Digital sales in Korea should have better compensation. Why do you think K-pop has to put a lot more effort in international success these days? As physical sales have declined, K-pop realized that the value of international success is what's going to keep the artists going. So many girl groups do quite well digitally, much better than most boy groups, but they never receive the same results as the physical sales boy groups tend to get. Therefore, as you know, many girl groups disband way sooner than most boy groups because they're not financially compensated properly. And while I'm on the subject of physical sales, stop creating 12 different versions of the same physical album to have each member on the cover. That's just stupid and a waste of money for us broke as fuck fans. When debuting an artist or group in the US, they should have kept the unique K-pop flavor and not try to put out a lazy generic American track thinking that would have made them succeed. K-pop has its Western fans for a reason. We flock to K-pop because it's something different. Too many K-pop artists lost the uniqueness and sold out when they attempted their US debuts. Their American debuts were something that didn't have anything lyrically, mostly to make them stand out amongst the rest of the competition on the radio. Why do you think Gangnam Style was huge? Because it was different, fresh, not anything generic. Alright, I have spilled the tea, people. No time for straws. Get down there and directly lick the tea from the table. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what else you think K-pop should have done differently, and if you think I should do more voiceover videos like these. If you do one of these of your own, please be sure to credit me for the idea. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. While you're here, please go check out many more of my works and see you next time.